Namaste, Soul Tribe family. Welcome back my way on this divinely guided day. I love you so much. Thank you so much, y'all. Man, today was a really nice day, you guys. You know what? It's been a long time. I don't really do a lot of holidays, but the kids, I will admit, they stepped it up. I am grateful. I am grateful. Hopefully, you enjoyed your Mother's Day for all the mothers out there, okay? The fathers that are also taking on the role of the mother. I will not forget about you, okay? Yeah, I know a lot of y'all got hit with that over the last past 20 years. And it's not funny, but I am grateful that you know what it feels like, okay? So big shout outs to y'all too, okay? Yeah, all right. Anyway, let's get to it. I love y'all. Thank you so much to all of the new family members. I am grateful. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, hitting the notification bell, dropping comments below. I am grateful for however you see fit to contribute to our space. To the family members who have joined, I'm just going to do lives for just the members only. Them public lives will they be something else. And I might do, once a month, but it's got to be more organized because I do need to have some moderators or something like that. Yeah, to monitor the chat, make sure everybody's on their best behavior. Okay, shit. Because I'd be like, seeing some things that just don't. Okay, family. So, nevertheless, just stay tuned for that. Um, I will be doing another drawing for names for gifts, focusing on the members. Okay. Also, just random subscribers from time to time. I noticed the members will check in faster than just the regular um, family members, like the ones who have joined. You feel me, family? They seem to be on it pretty much. But nevertheless, I am grateful. Let's hop into this energy. But before we do, you already know, Divine, thank you so much for allowing us to be here today. I ask that you continue to keep us protected during this read, our reads, and all the time, as well as provide us with clear and concise messages, as well as clarity, guidance, intuition, wisdom, and discernment. Any negativity, any toxicity, any evil being projected or thrown towards myself or the Soul Tribe family, I ask that you shield our minds, bodies, and souls and vessels from it, as we too shield our minds, bodies, souls, and vessels from it, clearing it, canceling it, and releasing it back to the universe. Ashe, and thank you. All right, y'all. So somebody could have changed overnight, or a situation could have changed overnight, just depending on how this is going to resonate with you. Okay. But something has changed. Okay. And it was a rapid change. Okay. This could have been something that, you may have been focusing on, someone else was focusing on, but there's definitely a change overnight. Okay. And it's got something to do with choices here. Okay. So there's a change that took place overnight. It's something that and look, it's only a matter of time. Okay. There's something that's only a matter of time. Some of you may be planning some things, or you're definitely, getting yourself ready. Okay. So you ain't got to be bothered. Only take what resonates, family. Okay. Only take what resonates. All right. Yeah. There's something about clock time here. Okay. You could have been under some sort of pressure. There could be some pressure to get something done. Okay. You could be feeling rushed. All right. But there's something pertaining to timing. Okay. The right way. Okay. And then we have the coercer and the coercer. Damn. The coercer and the coercer. Yeah. Somebody could be discovering somebody's been coercing something. They could have inquired about something and found this out, that somebody could have been playing a part in something, y'all. Okay. And then we have over here the right way. Okay. Learning to create what you desire the right way. See, somebody, okay. Okay. So basically, family, the energy I'm picking up from this, okay, instead of somebody going about something the right way, they just did it all wrong type energy. Okay. And instead of them, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this is bully energy. This is get other people involved to fuck with you kind of energy. Oh, quick disclosure: I do cuss and curse and speak the truth and call out names on guided too. Okay, this is get other people involved to fuck with you energy. Hmm. Because you got the coercer and the coercer out here. Someone is discovering, okay, um, or they have inquired, questioned, and asked, okay, about some weirdness that could have been possibly going on, okay, and it was weird. It was too coincidental, okay, too coincidental. Somebody didn't go about something the right way. Instead, they went about it very devious, very trickster type energy, or this is giving me monitoring spirit that went about something the wrong way. Instead of them handling something the right way, they did it the wrong way. And you know how far that wrong way could go, family. They did something they weren't supposed to do. They came up somewhere, they did something, took something, it was wrong. Okay. This coercer went about something the wrong way. Instead, they coerced their way into something and they should have been doing it the right way. Oh, Lord. Shit. It's always one of them. I cannot. Boy, you be surprised, family, how many people so worried about what you got going on. I ain't fronting about that either. Now look, now they time. Look, there is no more time. Look, now this was the overall energy when it started out. It was at the bottom of the deck. Somebody ran out of time. They should have did something the right way, and they ran out of time. This is a coercer. They ran out of time to do something right. Tell me why this clock is in the reverse, spirit. Because yeah, don't drink the poison. Right. I cannot make it up. It says do not drink. It says don't drink the poison. Do not do things you know are bad for you. Okay. Facts. So somebody sat up here and did some shit that they wasn't supposed to do, family. Okay. Quiet as it's kept in a nutshell. Okay. People are starting to discover some things about this. They should have went about it the right way, but they didn't. Now time is up. I feel like, within the spiritual realm, time is up. I feel like in the spiritual realm, time is up. Okay. I feel like, this is feeling to me like, real devious kind of energy over here. hmm Somebody shouldn't have done something, which they always end up doing anyway, family. But whatever it was, they drank the poison. I feel like, they took somebody's bait. Somebody fell for the bait. Mm-mm. Yeah, you got out here 32 belonging to your own dream. Create your own, what is this? Create your, is that own? Yeah, OW, yeah, I guess so. Create your own life. This might be something that you have started to do or started focusing on is manifesting what you want, right? Your life to look like and be like, okay? Somebody here try to coerce somebody to do something and they should have done it the right way the first time. They should have, I don't know what they were doing, but we're going to get a clarifier on that. Tell me more. Yeah, I feel like, you saw your life the way you wanted to see it and you started working towards that. Yeah, somebody here is flat out says I want to be a queen. Maybe this is how you're treating yourself now, okay? 33, that's a master number, okay? Master number 33 represents wisdom and insight and creativity, okay, to those who inhabit it. So you may be this energy of a queen, okay? You may have some sort of queen energy, queen DNA. Really. You may be tied to royalty, okay? And it says stating your sovereignty, yeah, declaring freedom and passing a test. And that's what I feel. Yes, you passed the test. And then here, it's no need to fear. It says, remember. Oh boy, what does that say? Yeah. Remember, I love. Does that say? Oh, remember how peaceful you are. Okay, so no need to fear. Remember how peaceful you are, and they are like microscopic. Okay. Sorry about that, family. I've had this deck for a while, and that's why I don't really use it because they're so tiny. But it's okay because the message is here. So I feel like, you know what? There's just been people that have been sitting around you, family. They are so pissed off at you and how you're living because you are living rent free to these people. Okay. Or you're not having to work hard to take care of yourself, and that is pissing them off. But they don't realize you've already worked your ass off. You ain't no shit. Some of y'all been working since y'all was a kid. That was your whole thing was summer. When the summer was in, it wasn't like, yeah, summer's here and we're getting ready to have a ball. A lot of y'all was working through the summer when y'all went on summer breaks. Yeah. And somebody, they're pissed off because you are glad. You've managed to be glad or be happy here. It says create your own happiness regardless of a condition. And that's exactly what you've done. Somebody's irritated because you created your own happiness out. And I mean, you had to because it came out of the mud. I'm telling you, this is this dirty energy here. Okay. Dirty energy, a coercer and a coercer. So somebody could be discovering and this is that somebody could also be discovering you tried to do something the right way too. This is what I am picking up. Somebody is discovering you did try to do something the right way. You took the right channels or the right steps, or you did what you were guided to do on the chime. You did what you were guided to do, and someone is discovering that, family. Okay. They may have had to question it and get around some weirdness to get to the bottom of it. Because I feel like, a lot of people were being misleading, because I ain't lying, baby. They lie like a rug. These people, these energies I'm picking up, they're big time liars. They will lie first. They will lie first. And I feel like somebody is discovering that, you did try to do something the right way and somebody ran out of time. See what they were trying to do. Oh, thank you for that message and the clarification, Spirit. I am grateful. Yes. Okay. Somebody tried to make it seem like you were doing something, or you. It's always you. And you like, well, shit, I fight back though. Like, bitch, if you punch me, I'm gonna punch you back. I'm not gonna lie to you, family. That's just gonna be a lie if I say I'm not. So it's like when people come after you and they just keep nagging and messing with you and doing shit to you, shit, you fight them back the way they coming at you. It could be legal matters. It could just be, getting ready to be some legal matters. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I don't mean like police involved. I mean like we go to the court and here's my shit and here's yours. And it's like these people, somebody here tried to paint you out to be something you weren't. And somebody found out that you was doing shit the right way. Now they done ran out of time. And I feel like they ran out of time because they sat up here and they did drink the poison. Maybe you didn't drink it, but somebody out here drank the shit. You could have found out you was in a bad situation and tried to correct it, and you know what I'm saying, like, oh, let me hurry up and get the fuck out. You know how you find out, oh yeah, you in the bad situation, or wherever it is, you don't, if you don't feel safe, then it's a bad situation. So you may be in that energy, family, okay, just because you dealing with a bunch of people who are monitoring spirits, gang stalking energy. They've been bought off just to, monitor your every move. And still with all that going on, you still manage to find peace and joy and your purpose for those of you who that portion of the message is resonating with. Right. All must have prizes. Look, all must have prizes. I'm telling you, that's their energy. I promise you, this is this energy right here. This is like some childish shit. This is like, oh, they got it. I didn't get it. Oh, they got to him. I didn't. I swear to God, this is some whiny shit. But okay, let's see what it's saying. Mm-mm. Trying to please everyone. Right. This is okay. Whiny ass inner. I could. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand that. I can't stand that, family. I can't stand that kind of energy because it's like, once again, they're jealous and envious over something you're doing, something you have, something you built, something you've been working on in the shadows, and they didn't know about it. See, that's what's pissing them off. They mad because they didn't know you was working on something, and then by the time they saw it, they did everything they could to stop it. But what is for you is for you. Okay. Period. So yeah, this is them. They can't keep their temper. It says keep your temper. They can't keep their temper. What does this say? It says don't allow anger to rule you. These people did just that. These people did just that. They let anger rule them. They have been allowing anger to rule them. Mm-mm. And that's exactly what it is. And that's sad because they mad at you. They're pissed that you got something going on. And it's like you work for your shit. This is what's really crazy though, family. You worked hard on your shit. You've been working on it. You've been working on it. Before you even met these people, this was in motion. Whatever it is, it was already in motion before you met any of these people. Okay. Some of them knew about it, but then they didn't think anything of it. I feel like some of them forgot about it, actually. Okay. It says, I wonder what will happen next. Yeah, that's where they at. That's where they at because I feel like somebody let their temper get the best of them. And after being investigated and somebody finding out you did use the right channels and avenues and resources to handle something the right way, somebody, they ran out of time. They ran out of time to, I don't know if this was to set you up, get some sort of bullshit because that's what they do, honey. Quit playing with a real one. They done ran out of time and they drank the poison. It says, I wonder what will happen next. Lord have mercy. It says, ready to adventure. Hmm. What is that? Precise or precipice of change. Something about change here, y'all. And pause before action. So some of y'all, you might be ready to make a move or do something. Okay. And that could just be for you. Okay. Spirit is saying, pause. Don't just go off and you know what I'm saying? Whew, don't just go off on no tangent. Okay, family. Don't just go off on no tangent. That's what I'm hearing. All right. I don't know if it could also be a warning for them. They need to pause before they do something because I feel like they done dug a hole. Somebody done dug a hole here. It's like, what the hell? And it's obvious too. It's obvious what they was doing. It's obvious. It's obvious who they got involved. Yeah. Never jam today, I promise you. See, they was trying to put you in a jam. Never jam today. Yeah, promises that never come to be. Exactly. Empty words, right. Not listening to your what is this? Not listening. Wait. Not shit. Oh, this is ridiculous in the something. Oh, not living in the now. Okay. Maybe not living in the now. Okay. I feel like somebody could have probably tried to put you in some sort of jam, a bind, or something. They did something, okay, and it was all to kind of try to set you up. This is what I'm picking up on. This is what I'm feeling. And I feel like something's been happening behind the scenes here, though, too. Yeah, somebody can't go back to yesterday. Somebody can't get a redo or they fucked up. They fucked up on whatever they did. Yeah, they can't turn it around. Yeah, somebody is at a moment of regret here. Yep. Who in the world are you? Yeah, they want to know who in the world are you? Somebody is in a moment of regret because they cannot believe that they did something, then got caught doing the shit, and they can't take it back what they did. They living in a regret right here, and that's because this temper. That's because they was mad. They was upset. Somebody want to know who you are, family. They living in regret. They want to know who you are. You somebody that mind your business and stay in your own lane. And they keep sending all these weirdos at you. And somebody does see the weirdness. Somebody does see the weirdness. Because they're like, that ain't making sense. Exactly. Yeah. Look, they wanted to set your course. They can't set your course. They can't set your course. The divine has set your course. Period. They can't set your course. Yeah. They needed to find the lesson in whatever's getting ready to happen, they needed to find the lesson. And I feel like this is a community here that just, look how they all looking. That's a whole community. How many people's in here? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, period. Seven people. This is a whole community about seven people. Mhm. Look, you got one, two, three, four, five. Wait. Hold up. Let me count. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yes. One, two, three, four, five, six. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I don't know if yeah, that's just their outfit. Okay. Seven. About seven people was up against you or coming towards you or fucking with you. That's all it was. Yeah, believe. Look, Spirit said believe. It was seven. Sure was. It was a community of seven. Hmm. And why did I hear they figured, listen, somebody was like seven is God's number. Yeah, when you doing right, dum dum, not when you doing bad. Idiot. Listen, because the God you serve is not the God they serve. They serve the wicked one. They serve your brother. That's who they serve. Okay, family, they serve your brother because only the wicked do wicked. I'm telling you. The spirit is saying believe. It was seven of them. Okay, spirit, thank you. Hmm. It is always something like that, family. It is. It is always something like that. And it's just because somebody didn't get your path. Yeah. Look, you somebody's auntie, you the hero, you the primal. Why do these three cards keep coming out? I ain't lying. Man, every time I grab this deck, these three come out. The anti-hero here, okay, a maverick, a risk taker, okay, a rule breaker, primal here, okay, connecting deep within, sacred dance and instinct, and then death rites, saying goodbye, formal occasions, and honoring lives. Let me tell you what you do. You come in and you put an ending to shit. This is you. Your primal instincts, once you tap into what's going on around you, you put an ending to that. And people don't like that about you, but that's okay though. They ain't gotta like you, but they gonna respect the fact that you are who you are. You are the divine's chosen. You are appointed and anointed. You are anointed and appointed. However they want to look at it, this is who you are. Some of you could have also, in the beginning, I'm picking this energy up in the beginning, you were scared. Some of y'all could still be scared to step into your energy of who you really are. The divine is saying, have faith. Wow. As I'm shuffling, okay, have faith and trust, okay, and unwavering confidence here. This is what some of y'all need to have because, see, you're going to get judged all the time. It doesn't matter what you do, they going to judge you. So somebody here needs to just go on and step out on faith. Don't be worried about what everybody else is going to think. Yeah, it's all about nobility here, honor, high standards, and idealistic. I'm telling you, these people don't have what you have, family. So this is what you have to step into. You have to step into who you are. You have very high moral standards and values, period, point blank. And that's what pisses them off. That's why you're chosen. You were chosen because you're noble. They're not noble. Okay. Somebody here needs to become braver. Okay. I know there's pressure. Trust me, it's always pressure. Every fucking, oh, listen here. Don't think for one moment I didn't question everything. I was scared. I was nervous and shit. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna think this, they're gonna think that. And Spirit was like, who cares what anybody thinks? Because obviously, whatever it was that they were taught, it isn't right. Because if it was, man, I think this world would be a different looking, better place. Okay. Somebody here needs to become braver. Become braver in what it is that you want to do. Okay. And I feel like this has something to do with you stepping out into your own lane and not being judged. This is the energy I'm getting. Like you feel like you're going to be judged. But I feel like, you were chosen because you're noble. Yeah. The call of the night. Okay, daring, adventure, and excitement. Like somebody here, you are being advised to step out on faith and become braver in what it is that you're seeking, because um that's what's going to lead you out of a circumstance or a situation. Okay, I feel like that's what's going to lead you out of a circumstance or a situation. You could be somebody that's, you want to step out and do some things, but you may, have, you could be shy, you could be bashful. Trust me, all that energy is there when you first start doing anything. Okay. Yeah. It's all about the sacrifice. Reunification, offering and letting go. Okay, letting go of what you're afraid of, letting go of being judged by bullies. Okay, so that you can transcend or basically transcend. Okay, because you are dealing with a lot of transgression, you're dealing with a lot of people who constantly, in my opinion, they're judgmental, and this is already starting out on a bad foot. Okay, when anybody is judgmental and putting people through transgressions, they're pointing at everybody's flaws and any mistake, and it's like, nah, I don't feel you be making mistakes. You don't make no mistake. This person here has made several mistakes, and the first one was coming up against you, family, because I feel like you don't be doing shit. But that's the problem, because you're not doing nothing, because you're not standing up to they fucked up stereotypes, because you ain't over here looking like you don't have no damn sense. That's what's really got people pissed off. They're mad because you're not making their stereotypes a truth. Matter of fact, it's quite opposite. And quiet as it's kept, they wish everybody was like you. hmm Quiet as it's kept, they wish everybody was like you, but they will never tell you that. And when I say like you, meaning minding your business, staying out the way. But see, these are energies that are jealous, though. So they can't just let you be. They just can't let you be. Okay. There's a lot of people though that have come across you, been around you, and they wish everybody was like you, to the point where, yeah, you mind your business, you get your job done, you go home and you come back and do it again, or whatever the case may be. You have some people out there that admire that. That's knowledge. That's wisdom. When you know how to move and stay out the way, that's knowledge. See, somebody could be trying to study and learn you, and there's nothing to learn. There's nothing to learn except common sense. These folks don't even have common sense. Facts. They don't even have common sense, family. I can't make it up. You were chosen because you were noble, and they just don't have common sense when it comes to a lot of stuff. They think real arrogant because that's how they've always been. Yeah, see, you move with that energy of love conquers all. And these energies feel like they've been burnt by the sun, and I feel that they have been burnt by the sun, because you steadfast, you stood in your faith to the divine. That is where your loyalty lies, period. Your internal love, your external love, your lasting commitment is to the divine. Bottom line, these people feel like they've been burnt by the sun. Yeah, you probably are a sun child, you probably are a child of the sun, you probably are a descendant of Ra, one of Ra's children. Hmm. They feel like they got burnt by the sun. They feel like somebody was, more ambitious than them. Somebody was able to make a further reach than they could when it comes to something. And that's what it is. They're upset because, yeah, they feel that you burnt them by the sun, but no, you just stayed ambitious so you could get from up under them. And that's a difference. Yeah, that's enlightenment. You stayed ambitious so you can get from up under a situation. And that's where you became enlightened and also an inspiration for others. Somebody's having a whole epiphany and they see your innovation. I feel like a lot of people tried to lie and say, no, they didn't create that. They didn't do that. They didn't do, bitch, please. That's all you do. Somebody probably sitting up here thought you was doing some weird shit. Mm-mm. Say you got receipts, literally. For every fucking thing you do to contribute to whatever it is that takes care of you, because people have stole your ideas, they have done things to your businesses and all kinds of stuff, made it so difficult, honey. I was like, good God, that Sam's and done shit. I said, fuck it. Shit, Sam's calling me trying to charge me $150. I was like, for what? Yeah, baby, you said, okay, forget it. Everything you've been doing, they were there to sabotage. So you found a different way. And the way you found, they're pissed. Because you found a different way, they're pissed. Because anything that was going through their government agencies, their places of corruption, oh, they had their hands all in it on the chime. They had their hands all in it. Okay, family, believe that. So they're just pissed right now because they're like, fuck. And no, you gonna stay right where the divine has placed you. Period. For this is your position. For wherever that is your position. Huh. Look, they was thirsty out here. They were craving and obsessed over what you got going on. And messed their asses up. Got caught up. Mm-hmm. Dumb. Yeah, you're natural. You're natural. You're authentic. You're real, and you're organic. Period. You are who you are. You're authentic, real, and organic. You are who you are. Period. And can't nobody dispute that. Can't nobody dispute that. And they may have had you caged at one time. Okay, they may have had you captured at one time because you were all up in your mind, feeling like the only way you could survive is to go and be abused over and over and over and over again, and just keep running through job after job after job. These people were curious just to see, like, damn, how long you was gonna just you shit till until the divine says okay, and the divine said okay, that's enough. Y'all done did too much. Shit, look at it. I started like my first gang stalking shit, y'all really started with Annie Ash in 2000, working at Montbello High School. Hmm. Yep. As the high tech academy technology lab teacher, coordinator, whatever. Hmm. Then it went right over to East High School where I lost my motherfucking job because of a French teacher who sat on the decision making collaboration committee. Hmm. It was her job or my job, and I had went from Montbello being busted down to council office secretary because 9/11 hit. Hmm. So they were like they were gonna do cuts. Hmm. So I went from making 17 an hour to like $12.30 an hour, all the way to it being my job, okay, or this French teacher's job. But since the French teacher sat on the collaboration committee, the decision making committee, collaboration decision making committee, that's what they were called back then. But of course, she voted to keep her job. So guess who lost their $12.30 job? Hmm. Right. So, so really, if you look at it, you could say a total of about 25 years. And this is how this ship had been sailing. No projection, just an experience sharing, right? So you could have been going through things like that where you getting sidelined and shit for other motherfuckers. And you like, but hold up, wait a minute. Isn't that a conflict of interest? Should that person even be able to, you know what I'm saying? See, somebody had to travel to make some changes here. Mhm. Somebody traveled to make some changes. I'm telling you. I feel like, there was an investigation done here. This is what I'm feeling. They had to travel to make some changes. or or you know what I'm saying? It was like somebody needed to see something for their own with their own two eyes. They needed to witness something or see something because they were like, how in the hell could you have been captured like that? They became curious about it. Exactly. So they had to travel towards you or travel in to make a change. That's a damn shame, man. Yeah, but I can't make it up. Folks had to start looking like, damn, did y'all really do this? Yeah, they did it. Do you think they give a fuck? No. That's why it's happening to them now. They think everything is peaches and cream. Nah, not by a long shot. Not by a long shot. I'm telling you, look, family. A lot of people right now I feel are gloating, okay? You got some people who are gloating, and then you've got others. I feel like the ones that are gloating, they ain't even been hit with shit yet. But they really have though. They really have though. Ain't no rents went down nowhere. Ain't no housing went down nowhere. Shit, eggs. You motherfuckers out here crying over some eggs. Do you see how where's the common sense in that though, family? I'm just gonna ask you though. You worried about the price of eggs versus the price over over the roof over your head. You're worried about the price of eggs versus your roof. You see what I'm saying? You had people out here gloating, talking shit. They eggs done dropped. but what happened to the cost of your living and shit? You feel me? Man, common sense just ain't common no more. I feel like a lot of people that are in this energy of, feeling like, yeah, it takes strength, honey, and love to get to prosperity. I can't make it up. It takes strength and love to get to prosperity. And that's where you were, family. I promise you. Because you had been going through a lot, but you never stopped loving the Most High at all or yourself. And that's what led to your prosperity. I can't make it up. Your self love. That's what allowed you to bloom. They trying to study this shit now. Look, the thirst girls is trying to study now. Mm-mm. Yeah, look, they're lost when it comes to growth because they don't know how to grow. First of all, they've never had to be strong, not one fucking day in their life. Most of them had everything given to them. I promise you that. They trying to study you and you got them lost when it comes to this growth. Most people can't grow when they've had everything handed to them all their fucking life. What are they going to use to grow? What experience are they going to use to grow with? What lessons are they going to learn from to grow from? You when you got nepotism, when you got buddies that hook you up and shit like that, you ain't never gonna tap into your creativity or learn a damn thing. Message. Yeah, I'm just saying. Facts. Yeah, they can dream all they fucking want to. I promise you, family, they can dream all they want to, but ain't nobody ever went through shit. They get everything handed to them. Everything. These energies I'm speaking of. And they ain't got to be rich. It's just a buddy at a job, period. It's just a buddy at a job, spirit speaking the truth, shining the light on the shit. They don't have creativity and innovation because these motherfuckers piggyback off of everybody else. I can't make it up at the bottom of the deck. You was divinely guided into your rebirth so that you could get from up under this. Your angels and spirit guides assisted you to come up into abundance as internal, external. Shit, these people out here, they having a whole hot hissy fit right now. You feel me, family? Because you're natural, because you're authentic. Let me let you get the close up. Period. Because you're natural, you're authentic, you're real, and you're organic. That's the problem. That's the problem. And that's where your growth stems from. I'm telling you, you had to get it out the mud. For whoever's resonating with this message, you had to get it out the mud. And when they didn't see you and you disappeared, they felt they conquered you. When you showed back up, oh, honey, you hurt some people's feelings. You sure did. Because folks took some money. They took some money to cause you pain, heartache, lie on you, act like they were your friends. They were just monitoring spirits, trying to figure out what you doing, when you doing, where you doing, how you doing, all that. Facts. Mm. Okay. Let's close this message out. Yep, we got two messages out here. So yeah, we have the mysterious connection here. It says your secret love is a mysterious. Wait, your secret love is a mystery. Trust in its potential. Let it deepen your connection. You know, family, I feel like take it how it resonates. There could be somebody helping you out in the background that loves you, that got more pull than you'd ever know. Only take that how it resonates. This could be an earth angel energy. This could be somebody that you know was sent in by the divine to assist you. Then there can also be somebody here that you know just loves you and they got it like that to help you with something. Okay. Only take it how it resonates. Who it is, I don't know. Okay. It could be a family member, it could be an ex. It could be somebody that you know you just grew up and grew up around and they just know how you are and they just, you know, doing for you type energy, okay? But then it could also be just the divine connection you have for the most high, too. The faith and the love and the loyalty you have for the most high, too, is what brought you through this. Yeah. You're going to be moving on from a situation. I promise you, you are. You're going to be moving on from a situation that isn't good for you. Okay. And it says, moving on here, release the anchor of the past. I'm telling you, your heart will catch the winds of a new beginning. Oh, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, there's something there's something, okay? There's something in the past that you just go on and let it go because you gonna catch the new beginning. Your wings, your heart and wings will catch the new beginning. You feel me? Hmm. Let me get one more message. Yeah, they in regret when I look over. One more. Yep. Somebody, I'm telling you, these people's in regret right here. Mistakes, disappointment, and missed opportunities because their time is up. Period. And then we have here wholeness and imperfection. Okay. Wholeness and imperfection. It says embrace beauty of the imperfection. It creates the masterpiece of your uniqueness. I'm promising you. That's what it is. You're authentic. You're unique. You always have been. Facts. You dealing with a bunch of people that don't know you because they ain't from where you from. They just came type energy. But those that know you, you've always been different. And that's what somebody was looking at too. They were like, well, you know, she's weird. She's strange. He's weird. He's strange. No, bitch, you are. You are. You're weird and strange to them family because you mind your fucking business. You're dealing with a bunch of gossiping biddies, shit starters, shit talkers. You know what I'm saying? You're weird because you stay to yourself and you're authentic with your shit. Because when you do have to come outside that shell, they already know what time it is. Facts. You know, you don't sugarcoat nothing because why should you? You don't even do shit to have to sugarcoat anything. It seemed like when you was putting all that sugar on everything and handing everybody out an olive branch, them bitches was ciphering your energy and sitting there trying to, you know, wait for you to be caught slipping or do some sneak shit. You know, this is how these energies work. Masculine, feminine energy alike work like that. Your inner radiance be pissing people off. Period. You are a true natural beauty. It's your glow. It says true beauty is the glow of a soul at peace. Let your inner light illuminate the world. And that's what you be doing. You be walking around glowing. And they can't stand that. They can't stand that. And they can't, yeah. Fulfilling, you be walking around glowing, fulfilling your dreams, probably fulfilling dreams of others as well. hmm That is exactly what you be doing. Yeah. Something about, yeah, you're a leader, leadership and influence. And that's exactly who you are. You're a leader and you're an influencer. It says, lead with the wisdom of your ancestors. Your influence shapes destinies. Yep, your influence shapes destinies. Mm-hmm. All right, family. So I think I'm going to leave that here. Okay. All right. Get this up for y'all. Thank you so much for tapping into the messages. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Mm, exactly. The divine said, yeah, the divine chose you because you're noble and you have leadership qualities and you influence through common sense. Because common sense ain't common. It's sad, but it ain't common. Yeah. Your career is about to transform. Somebody here, you may be, ooh, I just heard, I don't know, maybe you're a movie writer or something. Damn. You might be a movie writer. Okay. It says career transformation here. Yeah. Don't be afraid of change. Transformation is the essence of progress. So some of y'all, your career is about to maybe tick up, change, hop into something else. Okay. You may have somebody approach you. You may even start something else too. Okay. You may be oh, I don't know why I'm hearing philanthropist. I'm hearing developments. Damn, all kind of philanthropist developments, community development. Okay. A golden phoenix is over here. Yeah, I could be talking to somebody who has excellent communication and interaction skills. Somebody somebody's third house is very communicative and interactive. Sextile here. Yeah, chance and opportunity. Yeah, this could be a chance of a lifetime. Yeah, because something about the golden phoenix here. Yeah, the golden phoenix. Something you thought finished burst back into life. I'm telling you, there's something that you about to do. There is something that's getting ready to come back around for you to be able to do it. Yes, I cannot make it up. At the bottom of the deck, Neptune, dreams and spirit. Yeah, there's some sort of dream or something that you had that you wanted to, it could have been a resolution for a lot of problems. But as long as they saw the resolution that you saw, it was never going to happen. Something here is saying, you may be revisiting something that you were passionate about, family, and it's going to take off for you. hmm Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave this message here. Hopefully it resonates. I love you and the divine loves you. Thank you so much for tapping in and your likes, your shares, your subscribes, hit your notification bell. I am truly grateful. Let's close out. Divine, at this time, I'd like to thank you for allowing us to be here on this beautiful Mother's Day. I ask that you continue to keep us with love, harmony, tranquility, prosperity, peace, protection, and respect, and good health and good wealth. Ashe, and thank you. And until next time, you know what I love to say. Namaste.